So, you decided you want to speedrun Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, but you don't know where to start. What's this? Any percent V1, V2, DLC percent, Autosplitter, game fixes? Don't worry, by the end of this video, all this information will be something you won't forget. It's like riding a bike.
Or wearing high heels.
There are 8 categories in total, and I shall explain every one of them briefly. For more in-depth information regarding specific rules of these categories, please visit our leaderboard. Anyways, any percent is the main category this game is ran on. It states that the game must be completed from start to finish in one sitting, i.e. no splicing or segmentation. As the name implies, the only requirement is to reach the end. The actual percentage of completion does not matter. As of me making this video, there are 2 main any percent categories, V1 and V2. V1 is the game version found on PC, original Xbox, and PlayStation 3. If you run this game on any of these platforms, this is the category to submit to. For PC, the runs are ranked by loads remove time, for consoles, by real-time attack. I will explain these times a bit later in the video. V2 is the game version found on PlayStation 2 and Nintendo GameCube. If you run this version on either of these, V2 is your category. Any percent no alarms is an any percent challenge run which follows all any percent rules, but with an additional challenge. You must complete the run without getting a single alarm. Any percent no damage is pretty much the same as no alarms, but the challenge here is that you must complete the game without taking a single point of damage. Think of it as a one-hit KO run. DLC percent is a category solely for running the DLC levels Cola Cell, Veselka Infiltration, and Veselka Submarine. General any percent rules apply here as well. Any percent glitchless is an any percent run that does not allow glitches to be performed in the run. This includes crouch spamming, dialogue skipping, sequence breaking, out of bounds skips, and anything else not intended by the developer. If you wish to read more about this category, please visit our speedrun.com leaderboard. Any percent V1 segmented is a variant of the aforementioned any percent V1 category that does allow segmentation. This means that if you submit to this category, you can complete the run in multiple sessions and stitch them together. Please note that should you submit such a run to any other category, your run will be rejected and you may be disqualified from the leaderboards. So, please be nice. Lastly, there is an individual levels category. This category is for people who wish to focus solely on one level and speedrun the level in most optimal way possible. If you're just starting out, this may be a useful category for learning all of the levels in more detail, and you can also see how you're doing compared to other members of the community. As I mentioned, there are 2 types of timing methods we use on the leaderboards. The first one is real-time attack, or RTA for short. This is like your regular stopwatch. You start it, and it goes without stopping until you end the timer yourself. This timing method is currently used by all console runs of this game, and all console rankings are based on that. However, PC runs are timed and ranked by the loads removed time method, or LRT for short. This timing method is supposed to level out the conditions in each runner's times by not counting the time spent in loading screens. To use this timing method, you'll need LiveSplit, an on-screen timer with plenty of useful features. In it, there is an Autosplitter, a script that automates this load removal process for you, made by Distro and Matthew, fellow runners of the game. Please note that it is required for you to submit both RTA and loads remove time when submitting a run, but PC leaderboard rankings will be based on your LRT time. Now that I mentioned LiveSplit and the Autosplitter, let's talk about them. LiveSplit is a timer program that allows you to set up splits for your runs, track your best segments, compare your run to your personal best, and more. There are quite a lot of things you can do with LiveSplit, but I'll simply guide you through the process to make it work for this game. First, download the program. You can do so from the official LiveSplit website. Once you have it, open it up. At first, you'll just see a black rectangle with 0.00. right-click on that rectangle and choose Edit Splits. Here you can add or remove segments. If you want splits for each segment of every level, add 24 segments and name them accordingly. If you want to only split per level, then you'll need 10 splits. Alternatively, you can simply download a pre-made splits file from the Resources tab in our speedrun.com leaderboards. Once you have your splits ready, you will want to enable the Autosplitter. Doing this is easy. Simply enter the game's name in the game name field and click on it. Here you can also select the category you will be running. A little bit below, you will see Load Removal Available, with a button called Activate on the right. Click that. And boom, here you go. You can now close the window. By default, your timer will be set to real time, but if you're using the Autosplitter, it may be more beneficial for you to see the loads remove time instead. To do so, right-click on your LiveSplit window, hover your mouse on Compare Against, and choose Game Time. To see if the Autosplitter is working, enter a mid-level load, and if the timer stops during the loading screen, congratulations, you're ready to run. Lastly, there are a couple of minor tweaks you can do to make your game run better. If you want to run in full screen, make sure you have the widescreen patch installed. You can get it here. Once you do, drag and drop these files into the system folder in your game's directory. This will fix the black screen issues between cutscenes and will bring your game to HD resolution. It also fixes additional lighting issues present in the game. However, if you want to run on windowed mode, make sure you fix your lighting issues manually. You can do this by either adding this argument to your launch options, or by going to your game files, system, and right under the exe file you will see a configuration settings file named splintercell.ini. Once inside, search for Force Shadow Mode and make sure it is set here to 0. If there is a semicolon in front of it, remove it. Make sure to save the file, and you're good to go. And that's it. That's all you need to know before running Splinter Cell. Now make sure you practice, learn, and don't hesitate to ask questions regarding the run. You're also welcome to join our Splinter Cell speedrunning Discord, where you can connect with our community and get the help you need. Thank you, and have fun speedrunning.
Be careful, Fisher.